Bitcoin keeps rising upwards, altcoins are doing quite well, and this week we are seeing an inflation print. What can we expect? And let's get right to it. So here in front of us we see Bitcoin. In our premium section we quickly talked about what I expect for Bitcoin over the coming days. Here we see that we have a clear resistance right above us at 17,600. Now we will probably consolidate around that for a little bit, I imagine. I would hope so, because that would show a healthy market. But then if we do manage to break through, then here we have the 19 or 18,400 level, as well as a downward trend that has been forming for literally months since August. Here we see this downward trend, which is crossing over, so that is a doubly strong resistance. And we see here as well that it was our latest pump. So if we touch this again, there is a very good chance that we will see a retrace afterwards. If this is a proper retrace, we could even see a move all the way back towards the lows. If we get rejected just like this, like a double reject would really indicate we're not getting through here anytime soon. So that is why we could see a move back down first towards, let's say, that 16,700. If that breaks 16,200 and possibly the lows of 16,000 to 15,800. And if we break that, we will probably move on to retest this trend line right here. We've talked about it before. Then next up is basically that 12,000 like we see here, together with the 13,000 approximately. So like this would be our next area that we are looking at then. So those are the possibilities. If we do manage to break these two levels, then I want to see Bitcoin break and confirm above 19,000 before I trust it, because it would be a very popular spot for it to fade or to have a fake out, or to just kind of fool the market. So don't be too snappy on that. If we do break, I want to see 19,000 break and hold. Like we can see here, it is a very important level. We don't just have this low right here. That is kind of what we're seeing currently in Bitcoin. Now, that being said, we could see a significant move up if the CPI or the inflation print is still positive. So that would mean the expectation is currently somewhere between 6.5% and 6.7%. So let's say that if we hit 6% instead, that could give us the upwind or the updraft that we need in order to continue upwards and break through that 18,400. If that is the case, I would become slightly more optimistic for the bit more intermediate term. I do still think that throughout 2023, the range will probably be at the max 30,000. It would be great if we could hit that, but I don't think we will go much beyond it unless there are different currents developing in the market. I think this would be fair based on what we've seen in previous bear markets, and also just the continued global macro economy, which is just not that great at the moment. And the outlook is still not as wonderful either for, let's say, the next year and a half approximately. So that's kind of what I think. That is kind of what we can see currently. Of course, reserve the right to change your mind. Nothing is set in stone. If the market says something different by the time we get there, you need to have the flexibility to pivot. So don't bank on it. Just keep the range of possibilities in your mind. Always have three possibilities: what to do when it goes down, what to do when it goes sideways, what to do when it goes up. That way you can regulate your emotion, which is the most important thing for a trader and an investor, not to play on your emotions, but on your rationale. What do I see in front of me? What is happening? What are the facts of the charts that I can use? So that is what we're currently seeing here in Bitcoin, and what we're looking at with CPY. If we do see a significantly higher inflation, then, well, there's a whole slew of implications for that. But needless to say, none of it is bullish. That is what we're seeing here. So let's continue onwards to Ethereum. It's been doing incredibly well. We see here that yesterday it was able to hold its price better than Bitcoin. We see that it's near that downward trend that we also see in Bitcoin. If we do manage to break that, that would be a first sign that sentiment is kind of changing around, that it's going better. And we could continue all the way up to, well, 1425 is still kind of an issue, but we could move all the way up towards maybe 1650 approximately. DYDX is also doing alright. We got out a bit earlier or a bit too quickly, but that is just to be sure, because next month there is a tremendous amount of DYDX unlocking, meaning that there will probably be a lot of selling pressure. So that is that. We also got out of ARK Invest or ARK Innovation with a decent start here. And then of course we still have Shiba open, so let's have a look at that. It's also doing quite well. This is the market cap, but same difference. Shiba USDT, we got into that I think last week on Tuesday or Thursday. We got in at 819 and now it's currently at 925, which is fine. Here we go, this is close enough. It's about 13%. This is decent. I kind of want to see if I can pull it up to 1037, but I'll probably start putting in a stop loss around that 874, 871 approximately, just to make sure that we can procure some gains anyway and then slowly take it up. But this is doing decently. Probably also kind of riding off of the bonk hype, which is, you know, all dog coins are for some reason linked together in retail's mind, so this is part of why you're seeing the pump as well. For the rest, ADA is doing decently. It exactly tapped that yellow line, which is nice to see. You know, always fun to see some appreciation for the lines that you make. XRD is still kind of holding under this resistance, which is a shame. I would have liked to see it break through, but the fact that it is so steady during a bear market actually makes me quite happy regardless. What else do we have open? We have AVE, which I actually forgot what it is at currently. It's doing decently. We have an average entry here around that 59, so that is fine. That's a 6-7% gain. Kind of want to pull it up to that 66, 65, 66 for that 10% gain approximately. But you know, they don't all have to be double digit gainers. The most important thing is slowly, steadily compound your portfolio, and then that compounding and the time will do everything that you need it to do. Time is your best friend in the market if you know how to use it. So keep calm, keep cool, keep compounding. That's the slogan. That is what we do. And this is kind of the market in a nutshell. So hopefully this was useful for you, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.